Hello, this is Russell French. I'm the Strategic Account Manager for Pioneer on the Texas Highplains here. And today we want to talk about the importance of scouting for spider mites early. Spider mites can be a very serious problem here in the Highplains on corn production. And so this is late June, and you can see here the wheat is beginning to ripen. So when this wheat ripens, this is where the spider mites overwinter. And now that the wheat has dried up and getting ready for harvest, these spider mites want to find something green to eat on. And so they're looking for the corn here, right here. You can see here on the edge. So we have V8 corn here. And so we always like to check the southwest side where we're up against a wheat corner or a native grass that's got cheatgrass in it, downy brome, western wheatgrass, any of those kind of things that will be dying and senescing this type of year. The mites are beginning to move into the corn. So we come to the edge, and what we want to look for is we look for what we call this stippling. So if you can see this little bit of yellow stippling along the midrib here, this is an excellent sign that we have spider mite activity. And so when we took it over here, we can see we have a mite colony about the size of a dime that's right there along the midrib there. And we'll take a 20x power scope. We can look in there. We can see the Banks grass mites are in there. They're beginning to lay eggs. And we also see some beneficial insects like the western flower thrip. So they're active now also because they're moving out of the weed in here. And so sometimes we'll have the early mite pressure also will build up our beneficials and help keep them in check. But what we want to do is we begin to check this corn later on, week by week, as we see small mite colonies starting to move out across the field into the corn, and the beneficials aren't there to keep them in check. Once we get to about V10, V12, which is about, on me would be about shoulder to head high, if we begin to see mite colonies about the size of a dime move up into the plant canopy, and we see some damage begin to show on the lower leaves, we need to go ahead and put a miticide. It's out. It's very important. All the effective miticides we have are fairly preventative in nature, and they need to be applied early. And so growers that have successful mite treatment programs here in the Highplains will do those early treatments to keep the mites out, because we have no rescue options that are available once the mites begin to kill leaves and move up into the canopy and really start webbing over. We just cannot get the coverage needed to take out the mites. So it's important that growers, even though we've had a lot of rain this spring, you can see here we do have some mite activity starting up here on the edge, so growers need to be ready to scout their fields for spider mites.
That concludes this Pioneer Growing Point Agronomy video podcast. Visit our page on pioneer.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more agronomy insights.